Follow me on a journey where no one has ever been before. Listen to the Cali Effect.
Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Today we're going to be doing a very interesting card that the October 1st ban list just let off. So it's going to be a very good card, and it's even side deckable, if not main deck worthy. It's a very good card, debuting out a strike of Neos called Transmigration of Prophecy, or the Transmigration Prophecy, I apologize. Now, the Transmigration of Prophecy is a very interesting trap card, like I said before, and its effect reads, target 2 cards in the graveyards. Keep in mind I said that. Shuffle those targets into the decks. So, a lot of plurality right there. That means it can target 2 cards in either player's graveyards, up to 2. I can target one of mine, one of my opponents, 2 of mine, or 2 of my opponents, and add both of those cards in the graveyard. Keep in mind, it has to be at least 2 cards in the graveyard to activate its effect. It doesn't say up to 2, it just says 2. Now, the Transmigration Prophecy is a really, really good card, and has more versatility than cards like DD Crow, as it still can disrupt the graveyard, but it's a little slower than DD Crow, being a trap card and prone to destruction. The Transmigration Prophecy, that's really hard to say for me, is a very good counter to Lightsworn, whereas you can send Eclipse Wyverns back to their deck after they've activated this effect, targeting their Judgment Dragons and Lightweight Diabloses, and they won't be able to get their effects. Why? Because the Eclipse Wyvern is already back in the deck. They would have to send the Eclipse Wyvern again to the graveyard and then banish another monster in order to get that monster. The Judgment Dragon or the Lightweight Diablos that they banish can no longer be added back to their hand with Eclipse Wyvern, so it's extremely good for disrupting Lightsworns and that component. Then you can even send important Lightsworn monsters back from the deck to the graveyard to prevent Judgment Dragon from being summoned, which everybody knows that Judgment Dragon is their win condition. So if you stop Judgment Dragon from being summoned at any given point of the time, just by flipping your Transmigration of Prophecy, you can possibly win the game just because of that. Sometimes you can even send important monsters back from their back to the deck when Lumina targets the card. So my opponent discards a monster targeting Lightsworn Raiden, and I chain Transmigration of Prophecy. I can effectively send Raiden back to the deck before Lumina gets to resolve her effect, meaning that her effect will just fizzle with no target. The Transmigration of Prophecy is really good against Burning Abyss too. It can stop cards like Dante's effect. It can stop Sir's effect. It can't really stop Graf the dog, because Graf special summons from deck, but it can stop Sir, it can stop the pig, it can stop Scarm, it can stop Dante, it can stop quite a plethora of cards from activating. So the Transmigration of Prophecy, the Transmigration Prophecy is a really good effect that it has a little disruption on the opponent's part. Now, for our part, I'm sorry, it can recycle cards like Fire and Ice Hand, all of our Searcher cards, cards that we need back into our deck. So keep in mind, Transmigration of Prophecy is not only a card we can use offensively, but defensively as well. Its versatility is just so good in that aspect. It allows us to reuse any of our hands. But back to the disruption thing, we can stop it from ever growing graveyard special summoning cards like Wolfbark, Satellarknight Deneb, or Satellarknight Altair, and Traptrix DNA. This card is really good at disrupting the opponent. Even cards that like Miracle Fusion, since banishing isn't the cost for fusion summoning with cards like Miracle Fusion, we can chain the Transmigration of Prophecy, target the cards that we know that they're going to pick, and then Miracle Fusion would just fizzle if they don't have any other targets to banish, or at least change the course of what they're going to play. This card has a little bit more versatility to DD Crow, eliminating monster threats and allowing you to recycle your cards, and it's a great main deck card because it allows you to do so. Because even if it isn't good against the opponent, like for instance if you're playing a Shadow opponent, if you're playing the right deck that should be main decking Transmigration of Prophecy, for the example Prophecy, I can even shuffle some of my cards that I need back into the deck so I can effectively go on. Like, let's say if my opponent destroyed my Grand Spellbook Tower, I can effectively still recycle my Spellbook Fate and then be able to grab my Fate through Secrets in order to continue on with my Fate plays, since it's limited to 1. Transmigration of Prophecy is a really good card. I feel that it is a disruptor just as good as its versatility of putting cards back to the deck. I strongly encourage that anybody should try this card out because of its great versatility. It's almost like a Book of Moon-like card. Yes, in essence it is a neg 1, but what it does for you is so good that you won't even notice the minus. Well, thank you guys for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.